This presentation covers the 2021 proposed budget for the Finance Division of the City of Columbia Heights. The largest department within the Finance Division is the Finance Department itself. The proposed budget increase for this department is 3.5%. Substantially all of this increase is in personnel and is required under the final year of certain 3-year labor agreements. The primary objective for this department for 2021 and into the first part of 2022 will be replacement of the financial and HR software that the city has used for almost 3 decades with a modern system that is PC-based. For most of 2020, the Finance Department, along with HR staff, has reviewed various alternatives for replacement, and in the first part of 2021, we'll recommend to Council to enter into a contract with a specific vendor to provide the new system. In the time since the 2021 budget was first prepared and the date of this presentation, there has been one change to staffing within the department, but this change is neutral with respect to the dollar amounts in the budget. In late 2020, 2 Finance Department positions were eliminated and then in turn replaced with a single position at a somewhat higher pay rate. In addition, the amount of budget made available by this change will be used in 2021 to provide short-term contract labor to assist with the financial system software implementation. This slide shows the 4-year trend for the Finance Department. The highlight we would point is that at just under $1 million for 2021, the budget makes up 7% of the city's general fund. The utility billing function is included within the Finance Division of the city budget. The costs of utility billing are divided 1/3 each between the water fund, the sewer fund, and the refuse fund. The portion for the refuse fund is reported in the budget of the Public Works Division, however. The water portion of utility billing shows a proposed increase of 3.5% or $5,300 for 2021. This consists of $3,600 in inflationary increases for the labor that is reimbursed by utility billing to the general fund, and $1,700 in non-personnel costs, primarily card processor fees due to increased customer use of credit cards. This increased use of customer credit cards is driven both by the pandemic and a general long-term preference by customers. For 2021, a key performance objective for utility billing will be to collaborate with the Public Works Department to transition the city to a single meter reading system, although it will take more than a single year to do this. Currently, the city actually uses 3 meter reading systems, and the first goal will be to replace the Neptune reading system that is used for commercial meters with a licensed radio frequency system provided by the vendor Sensus. And then the next step will be, as residential meters gradually need to be replaced, the older unlicensed radio frequency used on those residential meters will be replaced by the same licensed frequency reading system from Sensus. The sewer budget is an exact mirror copy of the water budget for utility billing, and so we won't go into in this presentation detailing the budget and line items and objectives for sewer utility billing because it's identical to the previous slide for water utility billing. The Information Systems Department is included within the Finance Division budget. For 2021, there is only one capital request for information systems. Although a few computers purchased in late 2020 have the 2019 version of Microsoft Office, most city computers are still running on the 2010 version of Microsoft Office. The cost to upgrade the remaining computers is $50,000. Of that, $9,000 is allocated to the individual user department budgets at a cost of $50 per user, and $41,000 of that is proposed to be paid centrally from the capital budget for information systems. The operating budget for information systems, which is reported in Fund 720, shows a proposed increase for 2021 of 3%, or just over $12,000. Substantially all of this increase represents cost of living increases required under the final year of 3-year labor agreements. The most significant aspect of the 2021 budget for operations for information systems is that it omits certain significant items. The reason that certain items are not yet included in the 2021 information systems budget is that the city has reached a point where it really must undergo a formal strategic planning process for information services, just like it does for other functions in the city, such as infrastructure or equipment replacement. In the past, the city process for budgeting and managing information systems has been historically somewhat informal and mostly reactive to individual user requests. It has not been forward-looking and proactive, taking into account expected user demand in the next several years and weighing against that the available resources that the city has for technology. This issue has been exacerbated by recent rapid growth in the expectations, both by city departments and the public, for the use of technology. And this is certainly reflected in the City Council's 2020 Goals Report, which includes the stated objective of improved technology throughout the city. So, in early 2021, staff will work with the City Council to contract for outside assistance in preparing this strategic plan, somewhat like the City Council process for developing the 2020 Goals Report. There are a number of objectives that should be included in a 2021 Information Systems Strategic Plan. Just a few of those are listed here. There are various recent purchases the city has made, both of equipment and software subscriptions, for which the specific place in future budgets is not yet established. For example, there was recently a large increase in the number of mobile devices throughout the city, and it's not yet clear if the future replacement of those mobile devices will be charged to the individual user departments or centralized in a capital equipment budget that's available to all city departments. In addition, there has been demand for increased use of customer web stores and other forms of e-government, whereby the residents interact with city government through technology. And the city has recently undergone a cybersecurity risk assessment, and there are some recommendations in that assessment that would require additional resources to implement. Lastly, in conclusion, we'd like to draw attention to the fact that additional details for each of the departments within this budget presentation are included in the city manager's 135-page proposed 2021 budget that is available on the city's website at the link shown on the slide. Thank you.